All right, all right, all right. Hello, everybody. Everybody hear me good?
God, no, we don't hear you at all. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, how we doing? Is the music still playing? You guys hear that?
Nah, B, that's yourself. I don't hear anything. I just like seeing Kieran's face on this. God damn, look at that sexy fucker right there. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Yeah, we got some cameras on today. All right, everybody. You know what today is. It's the day we've been waiting for. The Fusion upgrade is finally here. It's rolling out today. We got dual staking coming in less than 24 hours. We got LST BTC coming in the future. How we feeling? How we feeling, fellas?
Feeling fantastic.
Bullish. Over 9,000. We're going. We're cooking.
There we go. We're cooking.
Bullish
All right,
as
we
hell.
got a great episode for you guys today. We got some other people who are coming on very shortly. They're a little late. We got over 10 core contributors and different builders of dApps in the ecosystem. You know, the actual people in the trenches, the different devs building out the whole BTC Fi ecosystem. So we're gonna have a bunch of different perspectives on Fusion, on core, on everything really. So yeah, let's get right into it. I mean, let's do some intros first. So I'm Dylan. I do a lot of the social media for Core. I'm also a co-host of the BTC Five Bros podcast. Oh, Guasp, there we go with the camera. Perfect. Love to see it. And yeah, I host that podcast with my brother Kieran. So Kieran, you want to give a quick intro about yourself?
Hey, I'm Kieran. Everyone able to hear me?
Yep.
Thank goodness. All right, yeah, I've been with Core since 2022, so consider myself a bit of an OG before mainnet's deployment. Working on a bunch of different stuff, but most proud of being a co-host of the BTC Five Brothers. Check us out on Twitter, Spotify, YouTube, all the important channels.
Of course. Cameron, what do we got here? This is the dev relations man himself. This is the guy who really knows what's going on. Give a little intro. Oh, we can't hear you, Cam. Here, you click the settings in the bottom right. Try to fix that. We'll go over to Guasp first. This is the fine art collector, we like to call him. Give a little intro about yourself, Guasp.
Thank you, Dylan. Can you hear me well, right?
Yeah. Sounds good.
All good. So yeah, super excited to be here. Seeing everyone's faces have been a while, but yeah. So I joined the team recently. I've had the honor to hang with Dylan, Kieran, Cameron in Nashville, which was I think it was a great experience. Over there, we went to the Ordinal's house, which was like the art thing over there. We had fun, partied a little bit. So yeah, super excited to be here.
Partying.
You
That
remember?
was fun. That was a good time. Great to have
Nice.
you. Nev, I don't know if this guy needs an introduction, but go for it, man. Nev, where you at? You can never get this guy quiet. Now we're
I don't like being put on the spot. That's my thing right now. Let's be real, right?
Come on now.
Hey guys, what's going on? Everybody knows who I am. I'm Nev. I'm your resident alpha drip. That's what I'm going to call myself at this point. I'm the guy that's doing all the back end degeneracy when it comes to DeFi elements, working with the dApp partners, and of course, backing up the main contributors here like Kieran, Camera with his Giga Chad chin, and Dylan over here. You know what I mean? Let's get it going. I'm doing the dev work and the community work, working alongside the other lieutenants and the main man OG. You know what I mean? I got Guasp and Springroll over here. These guys are my main man. And we got Wrist, who usually is in these things, but seems to have found his way away from keyboards, supposedly. I'm not calling him out or anything. But
He'll pull up.
It's you know how it goes. We all pull up here. Exactly.
We'll get rest in here. Don't worry. And then we got Spring Roll.
GM. How you guys doing?
Oh, listen to that voice. You should do ASMR, Spring Roll. I don't know if I've told
should
you
I
that.
should I like the smooth sounds you hear in the night before you go to sleep?
Yeah, like bedtime stories.
Bro, I think my voice is the last thing people want to hear right before they go to sleep, unless I'm saying bullish. Like Nev and Guasp working in the community side of things. Love a good meme, especially if you haven't seen on the core community or on the other accounts. We're full up going in meme galore to get people to resonate, so to speak, with that bullish sentiment.
It's all about memes, all about bullish. Cameron, do you think your mic's working now?
Yeah, testing.
Let's go. All right, give the intro.
Yeah, I'm Cameron. I do DevRel at Core. I help to make a lot of the guides for developers to make it easier to build dApps and to kind of navigate the ecosystem and make sure everything is working properly for developers within the core ecosystem. So I've been with Core since like late 2023. And yeah.
Yeah. Cameron's the guy that matters. He's not out here making memes. He's actually showing people how to build on Core. So we love Cameron. And then we got, who just joined in, we call him the institutional whisperer. He's got BlackRock on speed dial. He's got Elon Musk on speed dial. This is Hong. I'm going to give a little intro. Oh, we can't hear you, Hong. Oh no. Try to fix your mic. We'll go to Mel first. Mel, can you hear us? Do we hear you?
Yeah, can hear you loud and clear.
Hey, there we go. All right, Mel. Give a little intro.
Okay. We're still at intros. Hi, I'm Melissa. I'm at marketing at Core.
There we go. Hong, you got to figure it out?
Yep. All right. Back on. Hey, everyone. Hong Sun. Dylan mentioned head of institutional, so lead all things educating the markets around Core, work with institutions, whales, funds, capital markets, you name it, and also work with partners to enable access to Core across the board, custody, exchange, market makers, everyone in between. And then finally, work with the community and institutional networks to evangelize Core, right? The platform, the network, and everything we're building here is accretive to the Bitcoin and crypto DeFi. Plus, I think now with more TradFi involvement, everyone in the ecosystem benefits as Core grows. So really excited to be here and really excited for Fusion launch today. So congrats, everyone.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Hong is very important to us here at Core. All right, well, we got the intros out of the way. We might have one more person join us soon, so we'll throw him an intro once he gets here. But let me just break down what Fusion is first if you've been living under a rock. So basically, the Fusion upgrade, it merges the Core and Bitcoin communities even further. And it brings forth dual staking and LST BTC. Dual staking is coming out tomorrow, very, very soon. This allows you to earn enhanced yields on your staked Bitcoin. This makes it for sustainable yields over time. There's different tiers you get into based off how much Core you stake with Bitcoin. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm going for that Satoshi tier for sure, the top tier. I want that max yield. And then there's LST BTC, which is a liquid staked Bitcoin token. So basically you could stake your Bitcoin and then you could take that token and you could still use it in DeFi. So you get to keep the yield, but you get to use it too. That's coming soon, not tomorrow like dual staking. But yeah, let's just get right into it. Let's get some takes. Let's get some macro opinions. Kieran, I'm coming to you first. So, I mean, everyone knows what Fusion is now. It's a big deal and everything. We know LST BTC, dual staking, but I want to get macro. I want to think about like the future of Core, the future of Bitcoin, crypto. Like, how could this really shape things for the future where people probably aren't even thinking about right now? Like, what do you think?
Yeah, let's take a step back. I mean, first of all, new Bitcoin all-time high today. How about that? Is it a coincidence that we reached Bitcoin all-time high on the Fusion upgrade date?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Maybe a little bit. I think if we zoom out and think about why Bitcoin's at an all-time high, we all really sort of know why. I like to use the analogy of we are in the middle and the hype stages of Bitcoin fight night. And so what that means is Bitcoin is really emerging on the scene, not just as, an alternative asset, but really as a foundational asset going forward, particularly in the merging of TradFi and crypto, if you want to call it DeFi, if you want to just call it Bitcoin Finance, BTC-Fi, whatever you want to call it. The first big thing that happened this year was the Bitcoin ETF approval. And we saw record attention, record traction, record inflows into the Bitcoin ETF. And I consider that more of the way in. That allowed Bitcoin to flex its muscles on the main stage. Previously it wasn't really able to do that. It was relegated to sort of the amateur leagues. And when Bitcoin was able to stack up against all these other assets that are available on traditional financial rails, it succeeded, and it became inevitable ultimately that we'd get more Bitcoin adoption, that we'd get more friendly regulatory environments. Because once you see Bitcoin on the way in stage, you need to get it into the fight. And so I think then the prelims really were these like Bitcoin friendly elections, where if you look at the tweets, particularly by like Brian Armstrong and Coinbase, they're just showing how crypto adopters, crypto the early guys, not the crypto capitulators at the end when they realized they needed to shift toward more friendly crypto messaging. Those are the guys that won. And so why that was is because people want to own Bitcoin. The people spoke. The people want Bitcoin. They want more crypto-friendly regulations. And so now I'd say we're sort of at the prelim stage where you see all these different things happening in terms of regulatory capitulation. And so the main card, which we'll be experiencing particularly over the next 4 years, is going to be this Bitcoin-friendly policy. And this is really going to be monumental for Bitcoin with the sort of shifting regulatory landscape from hostile to friendly, let's say very hostile to potentially very friendly. Bitcoin adoption is poised for radical growth. And this means that the next Bitcoin hype cycle is not going to be on the basis of mere regulatory level playing fields. It's going to be in Bitcoin innovation. And that is what Core's Fusion upgrade is all about. It's about changing the game for Bitcoin, making it more useful and more important on the DeFi stage and in the TradFi stage. And so when you look at the co-main event, I think that's going to be Bitcoin native yield, which Core has already innovated with non-custodial Bitcoin staking. And now it's getting an upgrade with enhanced Bitcoin staking yields through dual staking as part of this Fusion upgrade. And so what that really means is it goes back to the foundational pillar of Core, which is Bitcoin alignment. I think we always like to say, be good to Bitcoin and Bitcoin will be good to you. And it's really about maximizing that dynamic relationship. You see that with about 75% of all Bitcoin mining hash power now contributing to the security of Core. That has surpassed all other chains that have Bitcoin miner involvement. You see even like the top merge mine chains reach about 51%. Which is impressive in and of itself. And Core is floating there for a while, but now seeing 75% is really substantial buy-in from the mining pool community. And then with Bitcoin staking, this means that the legs of Satoshi Plus, delegated proof of work, delegated proof of stake, and non-custodial Bitcoin staking are really fusing together. Bitcoin stakers are becoming Core stakers are becoming Bitcoin stakers, Bitcoin miners are becoming Bitcoin stakers, and will now need to become Core stakers in order to maximize their yield. And so I think everything is sort of flowing together. We're really seeing this fusion of all the different components. And then LST-BTC, when that comes along, that's going to really enable all the Bitcoin that's staked with Core, which is, upwards of $700 million right now worth of Bitcoin. That's going to be able to come onto Core's DeFi rails and really contribute to that TVL, which is already the top TVL in BTCFi with, I think it's 870 million plus now in TVL. So you're really seeing everything come together in a way that previously wasn't necessarily possible. And the most important thing, again, is just this binding of the communities of Bitcoin and Core. It's if you want to see Bitcoin succeed on the main stage, if you want to see it go from being a store of value to being a yield-bearing store of value to ultimately becoming the medium of exchange on Bitcoin-secured blockchain rails, you're going to want to get involved in Core. And so that's what I'm really excited about. I'm excited to dive further into these things. I think returning to the analogy of Bitcoin Fight Night, the main event is Bitcoin DeFi. It's a massive market opportunity. It's the biggest market opportunity in all of crypto and potentially the greatest opportunity in TradFi or just finance in general. And when institutions in particular realize the capacity of these Bitcoin native on-chain derivatives protocols or other just dApps, it's really going to be a game changer in terms of the adoption of Bitcoin and blockchain rails as a whole.
Yeah. No, the Fight Night, that's a great way to put it. I'm always in the different like spaces with Nev and Springroll, and we always tell people like we're Bitcoin maxis, but we are also Core maxis, and we believe in DeFi. Like it's a weird combo of like, yes, we are Bitcoin maxis, but like probably not how you think. So yeah, I don't know if anyone else has any thoughts on that.
Core is the cash.
Core is the cash,
That's
exactly.
what it comes down to, boys.
Yeah. Anyone got any thoughts on what Kieran was saying? Or there's gonna be more like an open discussion rather than like a Q&A. So what do you guys think? I mean, I totally agree. I couldn't be more excited for the Bitcoin DeFi for what's coming.
I mean, doesn't that also mean that there's a whole new ecosystem that's going to be on BTCFi chains that needs to be considered? Like we had it on Ethereum in the last cycle, 2021, where there were all these protocols, but also all these NFTs, like these new things that people were experimenting with. Similarly with Core, you have that DeFi element now, but what about the NFTs? What about the culture? What about the art scene? Those people all of a sudden are able to be on a chain that is Bitcoin aligned, that is allowing them as well to grow in that similar sense of way. Wasp, for example, I'm just gonna pull you in, Wasp, because
Please go,
I'm
man.
not gonna lie, like you are so artsy that, and the vision you have for as well core and art. I love that. I would love to have your insight on this as well from like a chain perspective.
Yeah, like as you're saying, a lot of these artists that are looking to either certificate their pieces, either they're hybrid on the space or they're full Web3, they're looking for the most secure, the most reliable, and that it's backed by the best. So that's where Core comes in, and it has been very, very grateful the approach the artists have and the response they have, because it's all about, oh yeah, this is super secure and it's not going away, or they have all like these super approach that makes them feel secure, and I feel like that has helped a lot. And going back to the perception that we were all saying, it's like that's what makes it legit.
Yeah, it's like Core is giving a home to people like us that want these Bitcoin rails, but like, or want to interact with Bitcoin, but not on the Bitcoin rails. Like we need these
Exactly.
Core rails. Yeah, so it's super awesome. And yeah, like you were saying, Spring. Yeah, it seems like there needs to be a whole market made for this. That's it's almost like that's what's going down. Cameron, I got a developer question for you. You're the guy to ask about this. So how does the Fusion upgrade reshape how developers interact with Core's staking and reward system? And why is this critical for the ecosystem's future? Like what's the whole dev impact of the Fusion upgrade?
Yeah, definitely. So basically, the Fusion upgrade is going to be like a really pivotal step forward for developers within the Core ecosystem, really transforming Core into a more dynamic and scalable, user-focused blockchain. And a lot of developers are going to have increased granularity to deal and accommodate with these improvements. So what you're really going to see is with staking in general, a better staking experience overall. So we're going to be introducing like specialized tools for Core and BTC staking. So Core is going to have staking as a more intuitive and rewarding process, with developers having the flexibility to build like applications that are going to be more focused on specific needs, like optimizing yields or creating engaging staking experiences for users. And those users are going to be able to kind of engage with dApps in ways that are going to be leveraging some of these upgrades that are coming with the Fusion upgrade. So you're going to see some of these present within unified reward systems. So there's going to be StakeHub.Sol, which is a Solidity smart contract that's going to be basically managing all reward claims. So developers are going to be able to basically streamline how users are interacting with their earnings, offering like more of a single efficient interface for Core, BTC and hash power rewards, as opposed to the previous models. So this is really allowing Core to just be more scalable for the future. So it's going to be a much more modular design that ensures that as Core grows, developers are going to be able to scale their applications without worrying about like technical bottlenecks, and prepare for like an influx of new users as the network continues to grow with new dApps.
Yeah, that sounds like a very developer-friendly roadmap, which means a very user-friendly roadmap because we'll have all the great products. That's awesome. So basically, like these different like staking mechanisms and rewards are going to be used like within different dApps and stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
That's awesome. I'm excited for that. So let's tap over to the institutional whisperer, Hong. So what do you think Fusion means for institutions? It kind of unlocks yield at scale, I think, like sustainable yields for the future. I don't know. What do you think? Give us the breakdown.
Yeah, Dylan, you said it. Institutions really care about scale, right? In addition to safe access to staking Bitcoin, non-custodial staking really carved a path for that is really unique in the BTC-Fi space. Nowhere else can you really participate in a consensus mechanism, earn rewards that really move a protocol forward that is Bitcoin aligned, and do it in a way where it is safe for institutions to participate without any risk to their principal, getting slashed, for example, or having to transfer their private keys, take on any sort of taxable penalties to their underlying Bitcoin. As you know, and as everyone here knows, what institutions care about is preserving their Bitcoin. Everyone thinks Bitcoin is going to 1 million, and so we're all on that train together. And the last thing we want to do is risk Bitcoin or having to put up Bitcoin as some sort of risk to earn rewards. And Satoshi Plus is really perfectly set up for institutions for that reason, with that access to sustainable and safe yield. And really what Fusion brings is now this element of scalability, right? Bitcoin today at record price, we're now nearing $1.9 trillion as an asset class. A majority of those assets are sitting idle, really not participating. And we've had, I think at 1.8500 Bitcoin staked through the non-custodial staking platform. With Fusion, right, what we really are looking forward to now is aligning incentives, the fixed emissions and gas, which is really the source of yield for those that participate in core consensus, towards those that are participating more deeply and even more closely aligned in core and driving core and BTC narratives forward, right? So those that stake core at the Satoshi tier alongside their Bitcoin will have that additional boost. And as more Bitcoin comes on at scale, which is where institutions really want to participate, it'll continue to drive sort of a growth of both core and Bitcoin ecosystems forward. So that's, I think, in a nutshell, really the alignment piece of what we expect to see from Fusion, and what institutions are really excited about is being able to now bring on, not just 1 or 2 or 10 Bitcoin, but at institutional scale, which is where we're talking about thousands of Bitcoins and many, many different institutions around the world all being able to participate at once. So I think that's sort of what is really exciting, and where we're going to start to see a lot more activity in this space from those that really are sitting on scale and want to sort of jump in safely and believe in the core narrative. The other aspect where we're seeing really kind of novel development is where we're starting to see more and more participation from capital markets wanting to get into crypto and wanting to specifically participate in BTCFi, right? Given the election tailwinds, given you've got Saylor already, publicly stating he's going to buy several hundred yards more Bitcoin. I mean, there's a very, very clear narrative around Bitcoin. We're sort of seeing a resurgence in that space. We recently announced a partnership with DeFi Technologies on CoreFi. This is what we're going to start to see, right? It's sort of a really interesting undercurrent in the Bitcoin narrative, which is that you've got all the ingredients right now for capital market investors, TradFi participants, who want access to DeFi, not just being able to sort of participate in price exposure. Of course, that's interesting. But the way that Core is set up with the Satoshi Plus mechanism and, dual staking Core and BTC actually contributing to the security budget of miners, these capital market participants that are investors in CoreFi actually are directly participating to secure the Bitcoin network. Right, that is all of a sudden crossing the chasm between, TradFi and crypto in a way we've never seen before. So at the center of that is really, again, Core being the unlock of all of this activity that is now possible within this BTC narrative. And it goes back to Kieran's point about, the pillars of what Core is built on, to add application layer functionality on top of a high performance EVM compatible chain that is Bitcoin aligned. And Bitcoin alignment really means that, we are not only secured by Bitcoin miners and Bitcoin holders, right? But also the reward from Core growing in size, institutions participating at scale, is actually going back to secure and provide the security budget for miners to continue to grow Bitcoin and keep Bitcoin secure and decentralized. So that's sort of a narrative we've never heard before, and it's a really interesting sort of undertone that we're really starting to take shape. And it's not just a narrative that is theoretical. We're starting to see this in action, being deployed through real world examples, regulated instances of companies like CoreFi playing an active role in this space, with investors that are jumping in, both feet and diving headfirst into BTC-Fi. So more to come there, but all of this now, I think we're just starting to see the ripple effects and the waves starting to take shape with Fusion.
Yeah, that's really awesome to hear that institutions also care about Bitcoin alignment, because I feel like I'm like yelling at the clouds here. I'm like, Bitcoin alignment is important like every day. And, it's actually cool to see that like institutions with billions of dollars, they agree. And yeah, I was going to ask about CoreFi strategy, because that's a huge, huge deal. And for those that don't know, DeFi Technologies, this half TradFi, half like crypto Web3 type company, they're launching this CoreFi strategy, which takes from the MicroStrategy playbook of, we all know MicroStrategy, Michael Saylor. They're going all in on Bitcoin, leveraging, going all in. And then CoreFi strategy is kind of like the same thing for DeFi Technologies, where they're going to actively acquire and hold core assets and use leverage to maximize the potential gains and dual stake. And yeah, they're going all in for it. So it's super, super cool to see. Yeah, I mean, I just can't underscore like how big of a deal that is. Like, Kieran, I don't know if you want to say anything about that.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. They're sort of repeating the MicroStrategy playbook of, accumulate, hodl, borrow against it, accumulate, hodl, borrow, and just repeat, except there's an intermediary step, which is earn yield. That's not possible with the traditional MicroStrategy playbook unless you take on lending risk or other new trust assumptions. With Core, you're able to earn yield on your Bitcoin without taking on new trust assumptions, and then able to continue the MicroStrategy playbook. I think it's literally as simple as that. It's funny how MicroStrategy and Michael Saylor have become some of the most successful people in all of capital markets by exercising a pretty simple playbook, which is largely just an enhanced HODL playbook. So seeing someone as reputable as DeFi Technologies engage in that strategy is really exciting. I think that we're going to see a lot more players recognize the potential of Bitcoin native yield with no new trust assumptions and join the party.
Yeah, super exciting for the future. Cameron, I know you have to go soon, but before you go, I want to ask one more question. With new tools and workflows, how does the Fusion upgrade create opportunities for developers to drive innovation in BTC-Fi?
Yeah, so with the Fusion upgrade and basically how developers are going to be interacting with the BTC-Fi ecosystem, there's going to be a lot new tools and streamlined workflows that open up like new avenues for developers to build applications that are going to effectively be maximizing Bitcoin's potential as a financial asset. So some of these key opportunities are like dual staking mechanisms, which I previously touched on. So developers are going to be able to easily design applications that enable users to earn these higher rewards by staking Bitcoin alongside their core. So these are going to incentivize deeper engagement and create opportunities for innovative yield strategies that we haven't really seen yet in the core ecosystem, as well as with liquid staking with LST-BTC. The introduction of this is really going to bridge the gap between staking and liquidity, and developers are going to be able to integrate this into like lending platforms, trading dApps, like liquidity pools, and offer new flexibility to users without sacrificing the rewards, which we had mentioned previously.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you, Cameron, for all the good dev news. I hope all the devs in the chat appreciated hearing that, and we'll see you hopefully on the next live stream. All right, so I don't know if you guys realized, but we had some people shuffle in and out. Hong left, Mel left. We got to get Wasp back in here. Obviously, we just said goodbye to Cameron. We got 4 new faces. Now we got Nev showing cam too, which is rare. So that's awesome. The mustache is out.
Take a screenshot.
Yeah, everyone screenshot that. Yeah, so Mel, actually, Mel, we want to bring you. You think you can hop back in, Mel? All right, we got like a full house here now. But yeah, we got 4 new people here. Let's do some more intros. We got Brennan. I'm sure you guys know him. Brennan Cito, give the intro.
Yeah, what's up? It's been a while since I've been on camera, so I got to like shake the rust off here. But yeah, super excited. Core Fusion, big day. just wanted to kind of support, be with the team here and jam and just keep things informal, talk everything core. So super excited. If you've been in the Core Toshi community a while, been with the project for a couple of years now, and just really excited where we've come, and there's a lot more coming. So excited to chat today, shoot the shit with everyone in the community, and have some fun here.
Yeah, Brennan's an OG, guys. He's been here the whole time, pretty much. Wayne, we also got the man, the Batman of Core, Mr. Wayne. Give a little intro for yourself.
Hi, everyone. Yeah, for those who don't know, I focus on the product side for Core, and then the Fusion upgrade has been a journey, a lot of hard work from a lot of contributors. So very happy to be here, and it's a big day, like Brendan say, and looking forward to Rich, share more about it.
Yep, and then we actually got two devs here from Vault Layer. Juan, Alejandro, give a little intro. Tell people about Vault Layer. Let the people know.
Hi, everyone. Thanks, Dylan. It's great to be here and see so many contributors and builders' faces. We're very excited about the Core upgrade, Fusion upgrade. I think it's going to be great. All these incentives and these risk takings that the upgrade is introducing. So yeah, pretty excited about what lays ahead for builders on top of Core. So Vault Layer, we are a project that come out of the Bitcoin Startup Lab, and we are building liquid staking vaults for Bitcoin DeFi. We like to promote ourselves as the simplest self-custodial way to grow your BTC, which is what everyone wants. So yeah, inviting everyone to give us a follow, check more what the Vault Layer is about. And again, hyped to be here.
Yeah, these are the guys. These are the guys.
I just got a call out. I don't know if you see that, Dylan. Do you see David 10x in chat? Literally Taylor Swifting over us over here on chat. He's literally looking for WEF links, dude. It's brutal. I love it.
No, what's he saying?
Oh my god.
I haven't been reading the chat too much. What are they saying, Nev?
I've been seeing it.
Nev looks like a model. Whoa. Oh, it's too nice. We should get David in here. Why not? Yeah, okay. So guys, let's talk a little about Core. So the metrics have been pretty nuts. Been pretty awesome with the transactions, the TVL. Kieran, do you have any metrics you want to share? You got anything written down? I don't know.
I always have the metrics written down. We've got, if you check out DApp Radar right now, I think we're top 15 in terms of weekly active users by their metrics in terms of DApp interactors, with over 480,000. If you go over to DeFi Llama, looking like we're sitting at 875 million in TVL, which leads the BTC-Fi landscape of all Bitcoin sidechains. Like I said before, we got 75% about of Bitcoin hash power contributing to the security of Core via delegated proof of work. On average, we've got about 8,000 Bitcoin staked presently. I think like 6.7K on the site right now due to just unlocking locking periods. And then we're actually closing in on 28 million total unique Core addresses, which is pretty exciting. Excited to get that to 30 million as well. Average daily transactions is firmly above 350K and probably averaging more around 450K each day. And then on the total transactions, we've got over 310 million now. And that's happening across the whole BTC-Fi space, whether that's peer-to-peer or on one of Core's 100 plus dApps that are live and being used by users every day. So pretty exciting stuff there. If anyone else has any more stats they want to call out, Core is leading in pretty much every major category in BTC-Fi. And that's really just the beginning.
Also leading with the community side, just Core Toshis. We do have the #1 community crypto. So there's also that stat. Wayne,
That's
I'm going to ask you a question. It's true. Wayne, you're the products guy. I don't know. I want to hear your take on dual staking. Like, did you work on it firsthand? Like, I don't know. Give us the nerdy take. You know what I mean? I know you got it.
Well, I mean, it's probably by far the biggest and the most important update that we have since our mainnet launch, and then just the sheer scales of it. it's not possible that I just did myself. So it's actually really a collective contribution from everyone, including everyone here, right? So hopefully I can be a representative for the voice of different contributors developers who have contributed to this project. Let's go this way. So as we understand that, we are, when we do this dual staking, we're touching on the consensus protocols code, and security and maintaining decentralization is just paramount, right? So just to make sure that we don't introduce any unwanted externalities into this thing and not to compromise our protocol. So the idea of measure it 3 times and cut it once is something that we keep in mind. In that, we build up a bunch of test cases and making sure that everything's backward compatible to what we already built, so that we don't break anything. Lengthy auditing time to make sure that we double, triple check everything, and multiple teams involved. So just a sheer scale of it is just it's just there are a lot of checkboxes to be checked in order for us to feel comfortable releasing this thing. And as you probably understand also that unlike staking Ethereum, you stake Ethereum, you get Ethereum. Our consensus protocol has like 3 pillars, of hash delegation, core delegation, and Bitcoin delegation, and how you stake Bitcoin, but you get core in return as a reward. So that complexity itself is actually a difficult thing to address. So we try to sort of spend a lot of time really thinking about how can we upgrade our UI so that make it extract, try to remove all the complexities and make it simple enough for user to understand. For people who actually don't understand core, coming here, understanding what they are staking, what they are getting, what kind of reward rate they are getting. So hopefully everyone will like the new UI more. And then hopefully we'll love to have any feedbacks from the communities. How can we make it better? And there are already things that we have to think about, and how can we improve that? Just in itself is like a lot of moving parts. There's documentations, a lot of like communication with external parties who are interested in dual staking, all those things. So I think it's a journey, and I'm glad that we are at the finish line and we launch it, and it's a big day for us.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up the UI, because the new staking UI is sick. I know dual staking isn't actually launching until tomorrow, but guys, if you want to check out the new UI, you could check out stake.coredao.org. It is awesome. I love to see it. So yeah, you guys definitely killed it there. We don't even need any community feedback. Like, that is sick. I'll tell you right now. I know everyone's gonna agree with that. So let's let me ask the Vault Layer boys. So guys, first of all, like, why Core? Why did you guys tap into Core? What is it that you love about Core? Give us the rundown first before we even talk about Fusion at all.
Want to take this one, Alejandro?
Yeah, sure. So, hey, everyone. Very excited to be here. Thanks for having us. So, when we came back to building a Bitcoin earlier this year, and we joined Bitcoin Startup Labs, we started looking for all the places we could start contributing and start building. And when we found out what Core was building and the way, the BTC native staking product was being built in a very self-custodial way, we really found that very appealing, and we decided to go all the way and start building around it. And the first thing we started seeing was just what Wayne was mentioning, the need for improving the UX. So we started thinking about, how can we add some chain abstraction using, our previous background in the Leap protocol, which is our main framework that we are using to build. So we saw, users need to have both a Bitcoin and a Ethereum wallet, and that is, first friction point, and then you have to bridge, and you have to, maybe you have to swap. So a lot of steps before you can actually start staking. So we started from there, and we've been building ever since the last few months, and now we are almost ready to be here. I'm very excited for all the things that Fusion is bringing. So yeah, that was like the initial motivation, and that's why we are bullish building on Core.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's great to hear. So like the different innovations in the Bitcoin alignment brought you guys here. That's sweet. Before I ask any more questions, I just want to say I'm seeing in the chat a little bit. Where's Rich? Where's Rich? Guys, I know he's the fan favorite. I wish he was here too. It's always choose Rich, but he's traveling right now, so sadly he couldn't make it. So you're gonna have to deal with us instead. But no, we'll get him on stream. Actually, yeah, he's coming on stream. We're having a stream in like 3 days. I think he's gonna be on one. So don't worry.
I mean, we have Cito here.
Cito, we got Facecam Nev. We got the Batman of Core. Guys, you got to be happy with what we got. I'm sorry. I wish we had Rich too.
I
also want to say that
seriously, that's Cito. We have Rich times 2. That man is Cito. I love Rich, but Cito is sitting right here. Like the man is.
Those are kind words.
Oh my God, I'm seeing Choose Dylan in the chat. I've never seen
Where's Choose Rich?
Choose Rich. He left us. Also, guys, we're gonna be dropping some alpha for the Core Toshi's NFTs. Is that right, Nev? I think we're gonna be showing some on screen, right? Spring, Nev. At the end of the stream.
Ooh, you wanna show
now?
Some?
Is that what we're doing right now?
You want to show it now, or you wanna take some time still? Okay. It's
let's just show them now. We can talk about Fusion after. Let's give the people what they want. The people want to see these, and they're sick, guys. Okay. These NFTs are actually tough. I'm a big fan. Just wait, you'll see in a sec.
What are we doing?
Hold on, I gotta confirm something here. Is Cito actually in Canada too?
Former.
Oh, that makes so much sense. Why?
Yeah, he was smart. He left.
The Maple Leaf
he left,
but not anymore, sadly.
That makes.
Brendan, start speaking in French.
That's more Adam, I think. But I did take school in French.
Est-ce que je peux aller aux toilettes?
Parler en français.
Oui.
The stream is taking a turn. Unexpected French turn. Where are these Core Toshis at, Spring? The people are getting.
I'm trying to get you not a one-of-one on purpose, and not one of the alphas that is in this collection, because there's a couple of traits, that give
Just
couple
go for the one-of-ones, man. Show the collectibles
benefits. So gotta be careful. Careful. Let me see, because we got here.
Oh, here we go.
So I don't want to do the one-of-ones per se.
Damn,
so
look at
what
that.
I'm showing right now is the base ones. These are the ones that Nev, Rist, and the community team and I have been sweating ourselves off on for the past.
this man's
weeks.
dropping the generated art. Oh, dude, you are giving the
I'm dropping
alpha, not the ones that have been
art.
handpicked.
Yeah, they said alpha. They said alpha, fam. So let's give the
This is
peeps
the
what they
first time.
want.
Oh my God, you guys are giving this is literally the generated art, boys. He's giving you like insights to what you can actually cop off the marketplace when we drop. This is unreal.
They're so good.
Hopefully everyone will be able to mint theirs. Otherwise, there's always the marketplace where you can buy some more. I know I'll be getting some.
Yeah, guys, you got to follow the community
These
of
look
Core
epic.
account if you want the outfit. Isn't it sick?
Yeah.
They're so good.
Yeah, I know there's big plans here.
For everyone in the audience, everyone who's listening, it is inspired from the Chinese zodiac, so you can also see it. You see the boar, for example, on this man's face. That's technically because year of the boar. But there's also, for example, one for the dragon. There's also one for the rooster. There's one for the goat, and so on and so on.
In addition to all of that, they're obviously heavily anime, manga / like gaming related, which is kind of like, heavily inspired by this. Oh, you just dropped an alpha, bro.
I know these are the reasons why I said I got to be careful. Like I flick through it. Some people are gonna be like,
dude, that was a big.
What does this mean?
This is recorded.
Watch
Make sure
that,
to go
go
back,
watch that.
screenshot that, throw it everywhere. They dropped it. It's too late.
Oh,
No going back.
And while you're there, look for $CLN and D on the deck screener. Jeez.
Screenshot Nev stash, guys. There we go. Thank you, Spring. I need a little alpha there. That's what we needed. Come on. Yeah, guys, text in the chat. Type in the chat if you're excited about the Core Toshi launch. I am. Sick. I love the art. Also, guys, we got a ton of core news from this past week that we got to talk about. So, Bitflux. we got the man Brendan Cito here who made it happen. So Brendan, tell us all about Bitflux. What is it? Why is this a big deal? How did it go down? Give us the whole rundown.
Yeah, man. It's not going to be as good of alpha as these NFTs we just saw. A little slip of the keyboard, but we're obviously super pumped about Bitflux. We made a big announcement. I actually can't take much credit for this. This was really our eco team, specifically Adam, who found this opportunity, kind of saw an opportunity for this in the core ecosystem, and kind of partnered up with a great team that wanted to go after this idea. So what this was with Bitflux was the first ever incubation by Core Ventures alongside UTXO, which is a really well-known, Bitcoin focused fund. So we incubated Bitflux. I think they just got their audit from Halborn, and they are live. There's a lot of other launch materials coming soon, but we're really excited about this because you're seeing as BTC-Fi is taking off, you're seeing a bunch of different Bitcoin derivatives, right? You're seeing Wrap Bitcoin, Solve BTC, which is crushing it on Core, and a handful of other Bitcoin derivatives. Core is kind of the main source of liquidity right now when it comes to Bitcoin scaling layers, right? We kind of went over those numbers that Kieran can just rip off the top of his head and just riff. But Core is like really establishing itself as this liquidity hub for a lot of these Bitcoin assets and opportunities for Bitcoin on chain. So the thing with Bitflux is it's basically like a curve style product for Bitcoin derivatives. So you'll be able to put in a bunch of different Bitcoin derivatives into a pool and be able to swap Bitcoin for basically no slippage at all, very quickly. And it will be the liquidity hub for any Bitcoin asset on chain. So that's kind of the vision here. It's super exciting. You can think of it as like, I need this Bitcoin asset to go after this DeFi opportunity. I'm going to go to Bitflux to get it, right? I have a bunch of this asset. I need this type of Bitcoin to go buy a bunch of NFTs. I'm going to go to Bitflux to get that Bitcoin asset. So you can see it as this big Bitcoin hub that is hopefully gonna really help accelerate those TVL numbers. There's some big exciting plans there and great backers with Core Ventures and UTXO. So we're super excited about this one. Team is also pretty killer. That's why we backed them. So yeah, it was the first ever on the Core Ventures side. Super excited about this team and product.
Yeah, that's sweet because Core is really as Rich likes to say, it's a product focused blockchain. Like we're trying to get real use cases out there. No slippage like that on Bitcoin transactions. Like that's huge. So yeah, huge, very bullish for Core Ventures. Hopefully more incubating soon. That's awesome.
Yeah, and more Bitcoin assets are going to launch on Core, including LSD Bitcoin. And again, this is just going to be like multi-asset pools that you can go in and out of for minimal slippage with a ton of liquidity. So it's going to be the hub for all Bitcoin assets. So really exciting opportunity. And Core will be the chain to tap into this Bitcoin liquidity.
Exactly. It's great to see BTC-Fi just getting built out, like the infrastructure, all these little pieces like coming together to make something huge. It's so cool. And Nev, it seems like you got a little party going on over there, man. What's going on?
It's the Core Canadian office, man. What do you expect, right?
That's where all the Core
there you go. I gotta stop in.
Alpha comes from. Yeah, I wanted to go there. Done with remote. Let's go back to the vault layer, guys. So, from like a developer perspective of a dApp on Core, like how exactly are you guys? What about Fusion are you guys really excited for? How is this going to change things for you guys? What are you thinking? I don't know. Give me the rundown.
Awesome. So just to dig deeper on what we are building, when we found that you can stake Bitcoin layer 1 with Core and get rewards, but then you have to wait until the maturity time, right? So if you need some liquidity, the only other alternative is on LSD token, and that's great because Core is the opportunity chain, so there's all the range of risk versus yield options available for users there. So we decided to come up with a new concept, which is a derivative of staked Bitcoin that we call liquid staking vaults. And that is a vault that each user can stake the Bitcoin into. And then the vault itself it's represented by an NFT that can be traded, lend, borrow. So you can get liquidity on some of your position, or you can even, trade your position. And then whoever is the owner at the end of the maturity time of the NFT, they can redeem the BTC. So that is like the core concept of our liquid staking vaults. And now that we have the Core Fusion upgrade, this only means better and a boost of rewards. And the other property we see with the thing we're building in Vault Layer is now with the Fusion upgrade, you need to have some amount of BTC and Core to do the dual staking and progress in the tiers. And that is maybe some barrier for some low people that has less of a Bitcoin to get into those tiers. So by using our vaults, we are helping them to collect and join together in a pool of rewards to access to these new tiers of boosted Bitcoins and dual staking, and they only need to do one staking on these vaults. So we're very excited about all the possibilities. We're starting our testnet, and we are starting supporting the NFT both in CAT 721 format, which is a new NFT protocol in Fractal Bitcoin, but also we are going to support some of the OGs core origin NFTs holders, and also looking forward to support the Cortoshi's NFTs as well as the NFT that you can use to stake the Bitcoin in our vaults. So lots of things that we are excited about.
Yeah, that's sweet. So the LST BTC is definitely going to help out for Vault Layer. And then you were saying if people, people can use Vault Layer to get their core tokens up to then hopefully get to that Satoshi tier yield eventually. So that is awesome how that plays together. Everyone listening, drop some questions in the chat. We might answer some at the end. Got a couple more questions left, but start throwing them in the chat. If I see any good questions, we'll make sure to answer them. But Mel, I know you were at DevCon this past week, so I feel like I don't know a lot of people that were there except for you. So I really want the rundown. Like, I don't know, how was the hype around Bitcoin with the price and everything? Like, were people talking about BTC-Fi or Core? Like, I don't know. Give us the rundown. What was it like?
Well, I don't think people were expecting this, but there were quite a few different panels talking about BTC-Fi. I think there's a lot of genuine interest from builders about how to build on Bitcoin, what's going on, who's doing what within this space. There are a lot of events on the ground. Last week, I think we saw 900 events, which was more than token itself. So very, very exciting. I was on the ground to do a couple meetings, but more importantly to talk to on-the-ground devs about the Core Commit program, which is currently accepting applications for different projects and teams to build on Core. This will be vetted through Core Ventures and team. Brendan is also part of the project here. So yeah, Thailand was actually the first leg of our global roadshow for Core Commit. You'll see a lot of the different meetups and pop up in different cities. The main updates will be on the Core Builder account for the different cities, and we'll be reaching out continuously. The deadline will be on the 30th of November. And yeah, that's been a very exciting conversation to have on the ground. I heard a lot of other ecosystem developers genuinely walk up to us at our Core Commit meetup to ask, okay, well, I don't normally build on Bitcoin. I don't normally build on this chain. How does that work? I didn't know this was happening. So it's good to see the interest, and it's good to see that there is a space for Bitcoin in this whole frenzy that was DevCon in Thailand. It's been really, really great energy. I spoke to a lot of different type of stakeholders as well. I heard from devs. I also heard from different VCs who are interested, and we're silently watching Core as we grow. And we also heard a little bit from the Thailand local builder community and crypto community about how bullish they are on Bitcoin. Actually, on the ground, if you guys weren't on the ground at DEF CON in Thailand, the ads for Bitcoin and BitCub in particular, they're everywhere. It's the first thing you see when you land in the Bangkok airport. So I'm very excited to see Asia really pop off in terms of adoption. I do, maybe I am very, very biased here, but I see a lot of great potential in the APAC market for unlocking even more users onto our chain and unlocking even more innovation and opportunity through Core, and Core Commit being one of them.
Yeah, that's super great. I remember in Nashville, like a lot of people were really surprised about how many booths there were and how many people were interested in building on Bitcoin on these different Bitcoin scaling chains. So it's glad to see that that trend is kind of continuing at DevCon too. And yeah, guys, if you haven't checked out the Core Commit program and you're a developer, you really, really need to check this out. I mean, the power gives you as a developer, like we'll give you mentorship, grants, things like that. And it's only like 11 more days. So check out the Core Commit program. They're doing events all around the world. Nev's office loves it, as you can tell. Yeah, so I got another question. We got to cover the hash rate, the Bitcoin hash rate. So Core has around 75% of all Bitcoin hash rate now delegated to it. Insane. It's the road to 100. But Brendan, I think, is the main guy to ask this about. So Brendan, I mean, insane, 75%. How excited are you? How did this happen? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I think when the chain launched, we had a total of 0, right? And we set this goal of road to 100, quickly shot up to like 30, 40%. And then we kind of stalled out at 50, 55%, which was super impressive, frankly, right? Like half of all of Bitcoin's hash rate was securing Core Chain. But if you've been paying attention in the last 30 days or so, there was another nice bump. So obviously a large pool just started to delegate. You can look at the mempool space to kind of understand that, but generally we're sitting at about 75% of the total hash, which is huge, right? And if you go back to the basics, how this actually works is, there's large miners, mining pools that are creating exahashes, right? They're using power to mine the Bitcoin blockchain. And certain pools have a certain share of these exahashes based on how many miners and how much mining energy is in their pool. And with Core, which is very different than merge mining, these pools can use these exahashes on Bitcoin to participate in our consensus, right? So they're almost using the hashes to vote for a validator. And the more Bitcoin mining hash that comes online, the stronger the security of the chain, because it becomes a lot more decentralized and difficult to attack. On top of what we already have with the 8,000 plus Bitcoin staked and then the large Core amount staked. So yeah, this is pretty awesome. I think when we talk about BTC-Fi and when we're at these Bitcoin events, it's really easy to forget about the importance of miners. Actually, like most panels I'm a part of, no one even mentions miners. They're talking about a variety of other things, which are very awesome and important and exciting. But most people forget about the backbone of the Bitcoin network itself, which is the miners. And we need them and them to remain sustainable to keep this non-sovereign store value and this decentralized blockchain up and running. So yeah, Core is basically a second emission for that. It's highly tied with miners, Bitcoin holders with staking, and it's really one of a kind. I don't think anyone else is using anything like we're using for this delegated proof of work system. So yeah, we're at 75%. We were happy. We celebrated it for a quick second, and now it's like we keep going. We're trying to get to 100%.
Yeah, it's almost like it was just a flash in the pan. It was like, oh, 75%.
Yeah.
It's like, then we got Core-Fi strategies, then we got Fusion. It's like, damn, that was still a huge deal. Like, we got to talk about that more. So
yeah, it was like a 50% bump, basically, right? Within the last 30 days, which is absolutely huge.
Yeah, no, super exciting.
Yeah, you'll hopefully see that number continue to grow. It's basically a no-brainer for miners to participate and support the Core blockchain. So yeah, it's super exciting times.
Yeah, if you guys didn't know, the miners get paid out in Core tokens. It almost acts like a second block reward for delegating their hash power to Core, but it doesn't actually cost them any extra energy, any extra cost. So it is kind of a no-brainer. Like, hopefully we'll get to 100% one day. So yeah, it's really awesome to see that 75%. And guys, 8.6K watching right now. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're gonna answer one question, and then we're gonna get going because we've been running this for a little over an hour now. So Fire W Get a Chew said, "How do Cortoshi's NFT whitelist? I want to join." Nev, Spring, what do you guys think about this? Give the man the juice.
Discord. It's all about the Discord. At the end of the day, you want that whitelist or that pre-sale spot, you got to come and engage with the community. That's what we're here for. It's built by the community, for the community, and the only way to get that spot is what? Engaging with the bloody community. Hard stop. Period. That's the way it should be.
Yeah, guys, this Cortoshi drop, it's about building the community. This, this flagship NFT project of Core. Trying to build something bigger than just JPEGs, you know what I'm saying? Trying to build a whole community around it. All right, yeah. Thank you to everybody. Thank you to all you guys who joined the stream today. Thanks to everyone watching the stream. Guys, remember, Dual Staking coming tomorrow. Try to get to that max tier, that Satoshi tier, that max yield. We're going to have YouTube videos, tutorials, step-by-step, different threads, step-by-step on how to do it. We have a ton of content out now explaining what's going on with Core, all the recent news, all the Fusion upgrade. Check out the website. Check out the Twitter. Follow Community of Core, everything like that. Thank you guys so much. Let's go. Fusion's here. This next wave of BTC-Fi. Couldn't be more excited. Dual Staking tomorrow. LST BTC soon. Cortoshi NFTs soon. Let's go. So have a good one, everyone. Goodbye.
It was a lot of fun. See everyone.